See who comes in. Oh, I've got a knot. Where's that? Hi. Knotty hair. Hey, was it Revolution who was asking for the bracelet? Because I've had to make some I've had to make some charms. I don't know what this is going to be. Obviously, it's a Buddha head, but it is clay. Can't see it. It's got to be filed, but yeah, these little. It's a flower. You can't see it, but they have to dry. So I've got to wait for them to dry overnight. Hopefully they'll be dry. But yes. And I will be making some more because that was a blue one. It'll have some charms on it. This is just a plain one, but it's all hand beaded wraparound. But hi Dolly, hi JP, hi Ms. Chime, JJ Jedi, Top 77 Revolution Revisited. Is that everybody in? Kath and Rachel, Pixie, and whoever else comes in. Milo. I just thought to come on for a little bit because we were supposed to be doing. Hi, is it Lamby Pie? Is it? I might have said it wrong. And Kath, but we're supposed to be doing the Really Woke show because we didn't do it on Saturday, but things are not going well with just filming with Roxanne at the minute. So if, like I just said, don't worry about it. If it doesn't happen, I'll just pop on for half an hour, talk about what I've seen, and I got headphones on. Oh, does it? So I just thought I'd come on and see what seeing what I've spied for my own little eyes. Not one eye like this, you know, like the media and Hollywood and the actors, you know, 666, because that's what it is, you know, because that's why they all do that. But I've spotted a few things. I've spotted Jenny Hatch has put a great new video out. I can't even remember what was in it, but it was great. I will talk about the family. I've still not got to the end of it. I will do soon after this chat because, like I said, I'm sure my intentions were right about what they were saying. Let me just find Jenny Hatch's new vid. If you've never checked Jenny Hatch out, oh my God, please check her vids out. Jenny Hatch. It's probably on Epstein or something. I don't know. Yeah, Wolf Pack. I'm on that section now. I'm like, yeah, okay. What are you trying to say? Trump's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, for the elites. Mostly dead Epstein. Was it that one? It might be. Yeah, it must have been. Do you remember that film?
I want my arms back. You've been mostly dead all day.
What was it that guy said? I avenged my father. I am. Oh, what was it he said? Who remembers this film, The Bride's Princess, or Princess Bride, when he's fighting? And I can't remember them words. It's hilarious. Yeah, Jenny Hatch, thank you.
Who are you? Are we enemies? Why am I on this wall? Where's Buttercup? Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
Jenny Hatch.
It's very Humperdinck a little less than half an hour. So all we have to do is get in, break up the wedding, steal the princess, make our escape. After I kill Kafruga. There doesn't need much time for Dilly then.
Who's avenging? Whose father? Epstein says, I had information that would have led to the arrest of and conviction of the Clintons. No, seriously, I actually did. I was like, well, we know.
Hey, Mom said the way you move will make it.
Anyway, watch Jenny Hatch if you're onto all that sort of stuff, and you'll see. I don't know if a power cut went out. It probably did. Might not have been in my area unless I was asleep. But the blackouts have been going out all over the world, and we got told off cue there'd be blackouts as well. So, you know, just saying. The thing with Epstein is it doesn't matter about what the news are reporting, and some people are saying, oh, it's a shame because we'll never find out now. Well, we will, because they've got all the information and who's been to the island and all the people that have been involved in it anyway. Q did say ages ago, sit back and watch the show, get the popcorn out. So that was it. My name is, oh, I can't even say what it is. You killed my father, prepare to die. My name is, and then he gets up again with his sword. He's like, you killed my father, prepare to die. I do love that film. It's quite funny. Dolly, remember I sent you my first painting. It features a wolf. Oh, well, I'll talk about the wolfy bit in a minute. So Epstein, I'll show you this picture if someone's not seen it. They showed a picture of supposedly who's supposed to be Epstein in the media. Now, it's funny how the media are right there, you know, when he gets taken to hospital or whatever, you know, supposedly suicide. But I looked at the picture and went, that's not him. His nose is different. And then someone actually did a picture of his nose. So there's Epstein. You can tell by the side-on view that is not him. That's supposedly Epstein, what the reporters were reporting. Let's see if I can get it in focus. Don't think I can. How do I get it in focus? Hang on. Anyway, basically the noses are different. You can tell by the bridge of the nose, it's not him. And then someone did the ear as well. Someone did this picture and it's like, you can obviously see it's not him. So, like I said, when you research yourself, you might not be able to see. The nose has a bump. That's not the same person. His nose is totally different. And his ears. Yeah, totally different. But we know how they play their games. I don't really care. He's either been taken down to Gitmo, where he probably is, where the rest of them are, because I'm not being funny, not heard of Obama. And if they have put any videos up of him, they're just videos, which they have done. It's like, well, when was that video? Not seen much of Hillary, Bill. So where are they all? They all in Gitmo together? Epstein. But if you watch that Jenny Hatch one, it's really good. Just saying, I'm not bothered. You know, a lot of people are going, oh, well, oh no, we're never going to find out now. They think that we're never going to know who was part of it. It's like, they know, they've got everything on everyone. They don't really need Epstein to say, because they know. And then hasn't the Queen had a bit of a chat with who she's been chatting to? They already know who's involved, but the media will play it out, and they'll play it out to their propaganda. So, you know, whether it was a Clinton body count or he's gone to Gitmo, whatever, as long as he isn't doing what he's doing, and they've got the information on them all anyway. So, you know, yeah, Q has him. I think he's in Gitmo, because that is not the same person. So I wouldn't worry about it. Trump tweeted us a message saying the media lies before Epstein illegally hung himself. He hasn't weighed in on the subject. Do the math and wear those cute glasses when you do it. Oh, I know. They're here. Where are they? Hi, Dave. Today, Epstein has died. But the person that we're showing you isn't Epstein. You can clearly tell by the side of his nose and his ears. Ears don't lie, and neither do noses. So, yeah, they had to get somebody who slightly looked like him, because a lot of people are asleep these days, and a lot of the sheeple, I should say, sleeping sheeple, the sheeple who's sleeping, the sheep who was sleeping, wouldn't notice anyway, especially in our country, because they don't really know who Epstein is. So they're not going to be there having a good nosy and a good investigation if that was Epstein. They just believe what's shown to them on the TV, because it is a hypnosis, hypnotizing, programming, brainwashing system, agenda, TV, tell lies in vision, tell live vision. So I'm just saying. But yeah, and now the weather. Yeah, and now the weather. Because in the news we have meteorites are, this is not no joke as well, meteorites are falling to Earth. It will hit us. Will it? Are we at the end times again? It's the end game for you. And if a few things do happen, it's probably off that side trying to do something. But you know what I'm saying? Because let's go over to the news, shall we? Let's just see what's going on. So they say. So they say, because obviously there's a lot of energies coming in and all that, and you know, asteroid bigger than Eiffel Tower and more powerful than Hiroshima. I can't even say that, you know, the Hiroshima. I'm good, yeah. NASA, it's reported by NASA, folks. NASA has been tracking an asteroid bigger than the Eiffel Tower. Dubbed, are you listening to this? Dubbed 2006, the QQ23. The QQ23, which is travelling at a speed of 10,400 miles per hour. Wow. Apparently it's going to hit us, but we don't know with what effect. Maybe something is going to hit, but I doubt it's what they're saying it is. There might be a bit of, awakening for some people. A big slap in the face. Let's see what else is there. Yeah, fear porn, exactly. Jeffrey Epstein conspiracy theories run riot with Trump, with Trump's help. Oh, there we go again, with Trump's help. Yeah, okay. What's it saying? Others regretted that Epstein would no longer be able to incriminate others. How many other millionaires and billionaires were part of the illegal activities that he was engaged in, asked the New York mayor, Bill de Blasio, or whatever his name is, in the hours after the death of the financier who was accused of sexually abusing young girls. Worse than that, folks, worse than that, tip of the iceberg. Wild theories begin to emerge, and hashtag Epstein murder was trending worldwide. Well, yeah, because, he's either been taken out by the good side, taken out by the dark side, gone to Gitmo, whatever. It's not what mainstream media are saying it is. Conspiracy theories. Oh, yeah, because conspiracies are mad, and conspiracies are the wacky people like us. Conspiracies are not true. Okay, because the CIA made that word up. I can't think why. Well, let's see what else there is. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, schoolgirl 15 gang raped on luxury cruise ship. Really? What's going on there? Well, nothing new under the sun there. Royal rebel. How Prince Charles vowed to live dangerously. Yeah, whatever. Friends have stopped inviting Meghan and Harry to dinner parties. Well, are you getting pushed out now? Trump is on yet another summer golfing holiday. Let's see what they're saying about Trump. The Independent. Trump is on yet another summer golfing holiday. Here's how much that's costing taxpayers. No, he's not on another golfing holiday. How about how much it costs the taxpayers with your fake moon landings and everything else? Yeah, they won't put that out there, will they? Anyway, the Hopi have said we would face horrific times. Yeah, well, I see it more like there's a lot in the Hopi prophecies, as I've talked about the Hopi prophecies as well, the star people, that. But I think more horrific to me is the fact that the ones who are asleep are going to find it really, really bad because, I mean, what they're going to wake up to. They're all there in the little bubbles thinking life's fanfare with a few little, bits going on, but they're not awake to, I mean, they'll be like, Epstein's Island, yeah, there was some badness going on there. No, that's the tip of it. There's a lot more to do with that, and it's satanical, but people don't believe that's true, but it is. And I also see the media, mafia, mafia, same really, aren't they? Media, mafia, media, medieval media, satanic. Yeah, join the dots there. Sorry, I can't see. I'm just on one, so I'm not looking. Well, we'll talk about Jesus in a minute because that's what's on that film, what they're trying to say about Christians, because it is a war. It is a spiritual war, and there's a lot of Christians that they've been killing in other countries that they don't want people to know, with other certain religious groups as well, Yeah, talk about that in a minute. What they're trying to spin now on Netflix, or so it looks to me, through my eyes. Yeah, so we've got all the Epstein things, so we know they're not telling the truth, and it's totally different. So Jenny Hatch, we talked a little bit about Epstein because we don't really need to. We know what's going on, whatever. Also, if you've not seen Infinite Waters channel, you should check him out because I came across him a couple of years ago, and I watch it now and again because there's that much to watch if you're watching different stuff. But he did a video in March on the film called Us, and it's meant to be like a bit of a horror, which I don't really watch, but I could watch this. And he's talking about these, I won't come in chat yet, in the movie, because we all know in the movie, Google how many movies were made by hunting humans. Oh yeah, and that's what people don't understand. They have films where they're hunting humans because that's what goes on. That's what's gone in the Black Forest, with Rothschild's Black Forest, that they actually sold. People don't know, but like I said, when you research, you find out stuff. They do hunt children and stuff. People think because it's in a movie, it's not real. Well, it's very real. But like I said, this is what people are going to wake up to. Yes, they're trying to show chaos. People will revolt. Yeah. I mean, we've got to revolt anyway, but not in the way they want us to. It's an awareness, but there's going to be an uprising anyway. There already is. We can tell that by what's going on. But yeah, in this film, apparently, it's a family. I'm not going to go. You can see the well, I'll tell you about that JJ Jedi, about Jesus Christ looking after Trump, how they've tried to spin it on Netflix. Oh yeah, I can see what they're doing. So I'll leave that till last, but I won't come into chat because I'll go off subject. But the film apparently is about this family that moved I don't know if they moved somewhere, and then this new family, well, not new family, but they see this family at the end of the drive that are weird looking, and they're all weird with masks on. But when they take the masks off, they're them people, doppelgangers. And they're saying that, and Ralph's like doing a rundown of it. It's really good. Ralph is on Infinite Waters channel, and he does a rundown on it saying doppelgangers, because we all know, well, we all hear there's meant to be cloning devices, and they all call Hillary a clone, you know, and she's like malfunctioning and she's laughing and she's doing all this Kuru disease stuff. That he was sort of saying it was like our shadow selves, and you've got to cut these demons free, these shadow selves, before they eat the goodness out of you, like the people have sold the soul. You know, if you know what I mean, the bad entities. But the way he does a rundown on it's really good. It makes me want to watch the film, even though I'm not into films like that. But it's like I said, once you see through the bull crap, to me, you can sort of transmute the film because it's not affecting you because you're not asleep. So I'll just play a little bit of, actually, I'll show you who his channel is just in case you've never come across Infinite Waters. Hi, everybody who's just come in. So Infinite Waters is Ralph, this lovely guy from the UK.
Secret message behind the film. This will blow your mind. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Now, I enjoyed the film. Let me give you a brief summary of the film. You have the Wilson.
Oh, hang on, sorry.
Wilson family, and Adelaide, the mother, is actually recovering from trauma from her childhood, and the husband's like, let's go.
So we've talked about trauma and childhood. We've talked about you normally wake up to the truth and to the awakening from a trauma. And a lot of it is to do with past lives, like when you were younger. My mum's just been round, actually. I'll talk about that as well. It's breaking free from these cycles as well. Breaking free from these expectations, these things that are always in your head because you're supposed to be this and you're supposed to be that, what society tells you, and so on and so on.
Santa Cruz for a day out with the kids, and she's like, I don't want to go there because that's where she grew up and it was traumatizing. But they go anyway, and her son actually gets lost in this amusement house, and he actually says, Merlin's forest, find yourself. And that's the same one she was in when she was a child. But anyway, they go back home, and then they find out some strangers are actually standing in their driveway. Now,
yes, Stephen Watts, feels so good to be alive, baby, can I get it? And when he goes, is it to the left or to the right? I can't remember. And he says, the cat down the road, and breathe in that good-ass prana. You know what I'm talking about if anyone watches it.
The doppelgangers, and when they actually take off their masks.
I'll just say something about doppelgangers. My sister always used to have a recurring dream about me and my doppelganger in a dream. And she said one was good and one was evil. This is the shadow side of yourself. So and this is what he says as well, when you're seeing when they see these freaky people and take the masks off, it's them. It's the shadow side of yourself. You've got to cut that shadow side away. It's called us, but he's also talking about the US. Us, US was used. The USA was used as a petri dish for sort of experiment with government. So that if you just listen to what he says, it's brilliant.
It looks exactly like them, right? Now,
a doppelganger is like the other side of you, your shadow self, you know, the bad side. Doppelganger is something that looks like you, maybe knows stuff you know, looks exactly like you, but is maybe, sorry, my fringe is just getting on my nerves, a bit evil, you know, the evil side.
There are 5 major themes you have to take a look at. First and foremost, this film.
So he's talking about the film, Us. So go look at the trailer.
Was released March 22nd.
Yeah, thank you, Milo. America has always been known as a great experiment. Exactly. So the Americans need to wake up to that. Listen to what he says. He says the numbers. It's to do with the Skull and Bones, which is to do with the family thing on Netflix that I'm watching that I'll talk about after we've listened to this.
322. Now, 322 is a very powerful number. It's actually a Masonic number. The number of Skull and Bones, a secret society. Slow motion this side. So, off the bat, this film is full of symbolism, powerful imagery. There are also white rabbits in the film. Follow the white rabbit. We see that in the Matrix.
Alice in Wonderland?
Alice in Wonderland, right? Very powerful symbol. 5.
I don't know if this is on Netflix. So I know what Netflix is, but the thing is, if you see the symbols and you know how they're twisting it, you can watch a film and see what it's all about without getting brainwashed by it.
5 themes we're gonna decode.
Us.
The film starts with this: Hands Across America. That's the first theme, right? Hands Across America was actually a real event in 1986. You had 6.5 million Americans holding hands for 15 minutes all across America to help the homeless. And the film starts with that.
The film Tapper is called Us. US, USA. Us, as in us. US, but he's sort of saying it's to do with the USA.
On a TV screen. Why did Jordan put that in the film? Well, here's why. You see,
Exactly, Ricardo. When I watch a movie, sometimes I laugh because I see the indoctrination. Exactly. So if you're laughing at it, to me, you're transmuting it. Because we're like, we can see bullcrap. They're getting exposed. That's what JFK was exposing before they murdered him. Secret societies. Skull and Bones.
Across America, it seems good on paper.
Yeah, but let's do it across the world properly.
But what happens if the people on the bottom unite? Now there is a massive uprising. And that's what happens, right? In the film, you have Red, who is the leader, and she is uniting all of the doppelgangers. And this is the real Hands Across America. You see, if enough people on the so-called bottom unite, they'll...
And this is us at the bottom of the pyramid, and that's why they're scared, because there's more of us at the bottom of the pyramid, us, the normal, you know, people, the slaves, who are coming together and uniting. That's why they push for hate speech, but it's free speech. That's why they push for everything, religion, gender, and race wars, because they want us all fighting each other and killing each other off and all hating each other, because they don't want us to unite. Because if we unite, which is what's happening, whether people think it's not, it is, we all unite together, they lose. Yeah, there's still going to be some crap that goes on the way. It's not an easy ride, but they lose.
And become a force to be reckoned with. So it's like, hey, America.
Funny you should say that, Kath, because it says kids too are becoming enlightened. This film was saying that the kids were more enlightened than the parents, because the parents have been indoctrinated more over the years, and they actually know, and the parents are sort of not taking notice.
Because even in one scene, she's like, we're Americans.
They live,
right?
Yeah. Talked about that.
And it's all about that. Like, if you unite, if you are united, you can overthrow a whole government. What is the second theme that this film explores? Cloning. Okay? Doppelgangers. These people who...
It's not on Netflix because it recently came out in March. I think you have to buy it, like on the whatever face, for like $9.99. So
have been part of a government experiment. Now, this is actually happening in real life. Okay, there are cloning experiments all around the world happening, and I love how Jordan makes it underground. So much is underground, in other words, hidden from public knowledge.
Yeah, but it doesn't just mean because someone's name is Smart, it's going under smart meters. We know what smart meters are. If people get to, cloning experiments, exactly. It doesn't mean that every, like, if you wear red shoes means you're part of the Red Shoe Society Club. Do you know what I mean? And we know what them shoes are made out of. That, no, you know, you can get a bit paranoid. It can be a bit paranoid.
So the symbolism of cloning is that, hey, you don't even know. You don't even...
Look, they cloned Dolly the sheep 30 years ago. I don't know how many years ago, whatever it was. Do you think they might have moved on since then? I do think so.
Know what's really happening in us, in the US. Slow motion this side. But also the theme is also about exploring your shadow side. A lot of us,
this is what we're doing,
like to hide and suppress our feelings and our emotions. And this film is like, hey, you can run, but you can't hide forever, because eventually the tethered, right? Which is actually...
Yeah, I think they mentioned that film, Get Out. It's all like that sort of like get out of me, get out, like all this entities, evilness, thoughts, this thing they've been feeding us, and fear-mongering and everything. It all feeds an energy.
Which is actually your shadow side is going to find you.
Good evening, Durf.
All of those disowned aspects of yourself going to come back and haunt you for life. That's why you've got to treat people fairly, right? So it's a political film, a very, very powerful film. What is the third theme?
Yeah, they've said that any technology that comes out, the people will think, the sleeping will go, oh, look at this brilliant technology. It's like, it's quite old actually, but it looks new to us, but they've got, you know, could be well years in advance, you know, but, you know.
Hidden message in the film, the 1111. You see that all throughout the film on the ambulance, Jeremiah.
But 11/11 also means the Great Awakening, like we've said before. A lot of people woke up on 9/11 because a lot of people knew it wasn't what they said it was.
11:11. Therefore, the Lord said, behold, I will cast evil upon them. But once again, this being...
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs, normalizing cannibalism, exactly, because they eat children and stuff, you know. It's out there.
Masonic film. Freemasonry is all about dual meanings. It's all about duality. That's why you have the checkerboard.
Yeah, it fell on its own footprint.
White and black, right? So everything has a double meaning. So 11:11, you might think, oh, it's Jeremiah 11:11, but actually 11:11 in esoteric wisdom is actually a sign of awakening.
Yeah, well, I think that's another thing, Miss Chime. Yeah, but they don't have our technology, which came from the spirit of frequency they can never attain. Yeah, because it's part of us, and they try to mimic. They're always trying to mimic because they're not creators. We're our own creators. We create our own reality.
Slow motion this side. In other words, us was all about how the world is ending and a new world is being created in the US and around the whole world. Deep divers, what is the fourth hidden message in the film? Now,
Bill Cooper, yay! I've talked about Bill Cooper, Behold the Pale Horse. I've told people to go and listen to it on YouTube in the audio book thing because the book's too big to read. And it tells you a lot there about Freemasonry, the presidents, JFK, aliens, all sorts. The war that's still here today on food, water, the wars, all the stuff. Yeah, been through all that. Told people to go and watch it. Shouted out, "Behold a pale horse" quite a few times. Hi to everyone who's coming. Yeah, my hair's just doing its thing.
You had the daughter of Adelaide saying that, do you know that the government puts fluoride in the water to dumb people down? Right?
Really?
Jordan is...
Do you know that the government put fluoride in the water to dumb you all down? No shit, Sherlock. Been telling you this for ages. I've got a distiller. I've been on it over a year. Yes. A lot of people talk about that. But people just carry on drinking it, don't they? You know. But maybe you can transmute it as well, some people say, which I think you can transmute things.
Showing you that even the children are more awake.
But to transmute it, you've got to know.
Than the adults. And that's happening right now. People's third eye is opening. People are awakening so quick right now. And the film was all about MK Ultra. It's about government experiments that have been happening.
Because MK Ultra was also brought up, I think, in the Bill Cooper book, because that's what they used in the wars, and people think it still got not used. They've been using it all the time on people. You wonder why people go out doing shootings sometimes? Yeah. Look at Hollywood and look at the MK Ultra going there.
And are happening. And how...
Say hi to Roxanne. I also wish I was live with you. You are the news, Dolly. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you, Roxanne. I just thought I'd come on. I'm not staying on for long because I didn't know if you'd got, you know, if you'd sorted it out or not. So I thought I'll just jump on anyway and do a waffle.
People are under mind control. You see in the beginning of the film, right? The spoon going around the cup. That's how we start. In other words, you are being hypnotized into the sleep. So it's about MK Ultra. It's about the shadow aspect. In fact, Red, her son, is called Pluto, which is the god of the underworld, and her daughter is called Umbra, which is actually the darkest part of a shadow. So it's like, hey, all of your shadow side now coming back to haunt you. But also how people are...
This is what I said about purging, and things are coming up from the past that are annoying you or getting you upset. And I've spoke to a few people lately. I've been in that place. You've just got to work through it and let it go. I've said this for weeks on end. Let it go. If you keep those energies with you from the past, it's going to bring you down, and that's a bad entity. That's a bad energy. It's an entity that enters you. That energy enters you. So look at it. Say, that was in the past. You don't need it. You do not need that baggage to bring with you now. It does not have to be in the now. What use is it? What use is it to keep going on about something that happened in the past? A relationship or a job, I don't know, whatever it was, or something bad that may have happened to you as a child. It doesn't need to follow you now. Cut it free, because funny enough, in that film, they do have scissors in the film because it's a horror, but I think it's more of a freaky film. It's a shadow self. The more you bring that with you, you're bringing something to a new relationship, or you still just cut it, look at it, forgive yourself, forgive those others as well, and just let it pass. It's a purging. Why do you think they had the film out, The Purge? It was scary, but it wasn't about that. It was about you purging. But also it is showing you that if we all woke up at the same time, that's what would have happened. Because if everyone knew at the same time what was going on, and you remember when you woke up and you were mad at first, and you'd go around, everyone would go around killing each other. That's why we had to be woken up slowly over the years, the way it's been done. Divine plan, you may call it.
Under mind control from fluoride in their water, from eating processed meats and all of that. So very powerful film. And what is the...
I also think if you're a meat eater, it's more about, I can say what they feed the animals, because that's another thing. Even if you're vegan, it's like think you're eating organic. Sometimes it's what they're feeding the animals, but at least if you're not trying to eat a lot of processed foods, processed is a problem.
Hidden message in the film us. Why was it called us? Because it's like, hey,
yeah, Dave,
it's us, which is
yeah,
doing all of this.
I like that, Bella. Yes, we are the welcoming committee. We're the ones that are going to be here to help the others when they fall flat on the face with the truth. They're not going to like it, but hey.
We are doing all of this, all of the destruction, all of the chaos. It's us. Watch yourself. That's why that was in the film trailer as well. Watch yourself, meaning that we have to take a look at our own lives to say, actually, how are we contributing to what's happening in the world? Each one of us. We've got to start taking responsibility because it's us. US, it's us, you and I doing all of this. And it often reminds me of the Childish Gambino song, This Is America, right? In the film, there's a picture like that on the wall, and that's the same pose Childish Gambino did in the This Is America video. It's like showing you that, hey, this is America. There's a lot of things we've got to take a look at because it's us. We are all responsible. And once you realize that deep dive as well, you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? All in all, a great film. I enjoyed it. And there you have it. Let me know how you felt about the film and any other subliminal messages that you found out. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yeah. I might actually see it again.
Yeah, so that's Infinite Waters, because that's where I'm saying you can look at the movies if you know what's going on and you can see the bull crap. As in, I'm going to talk about the live really woke me up in a bit, but I'd just like to say about the film. Now, I am a series, on Netflix called The Family. I did ask people to go and watch. I'm just nearly at the end where they're going on about Trump. All I can see in that family that makes me laugh, Dolly the Druid, is they're trying to go about, I can never say this word, no, can't say it, won't say it. They're talking about the Christians and the Christian faith, and they're trying to say that there was a fellowship, and they're not making out as if this fellowship's like skull and bones, because to me that's what it is. It's not the true fellowship of the proper Christians, as in, I would say, I'm not religious by the way, but I believe in a creator, as in the word of Jesus, as in be good to thy neighbour and loving and all that, because I believe he was a truther that got killed for telling the truth. They're trying to make out, to me, they're trying to make out in this series that because they say God is chosen, in America they might say Trump is chosen by God, it's the divine and all this, and they pray on him, which they do because they keep going on about the prayer breakfast. They're trying to make out that, but the funny thing is, it's true anyway, that they were all church and they were all for Jesus and God and all this, and they're all helping out all over the world, but there's big groups all over the world. We know the secret societies, that's what they are, but they're trying to make out that, well, they're not really what they said they were, because they're secret, but they're using Jesus, as a, put it this way, there's good Christian people out there who believe in Jesus, God, whatever, all religions, but a lot of people do hide behind the churches when we know there's nefarious things going on. Just saying, we all know that, but that's not saying every minister and every priest is bad. No, but we know it's going on. Fact, we know it's going on all over the world. But they're trying to say, it looks like to me that they're trying to twist it to say that because Trump is Christian, but the difference is his mum read in the Bible, not a priest. His mum read in the Bible the true words, be good to people, this, that, and the blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. They're trying to say that he's in the secret society, like the skull and bones, which that is not true. They even show Pence trying to make out he's good, but we all know Pence isn't. We all know Pence has done the secret handshake. We've seen it, in the background. So that just made me laugh, because it was like, I can see your bullshit, but I'm going to watch it because I'm laughing at it. And all that is all to do with, and it's called the wolf, the something wolf, is getting at Trump yet again. And they're trying to say that he's, what is it, a wolf in sheep's clothing? Is that the right way around? A wolf in sheep's clothing. But I would say he is a wolf in sheep's clothing, but not for us, if that's the right way of saying it. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing for the elite. Because that's why people say, well, he hung around with Hillary and he hung around with Epstein. No, he didn't. He circulated with them people because he's rich, basically. They're saying that, you have to make a sacrifice. Well, Yes, King. He has made a sacrifice. His family are sacrificing quite a lot, but they're trying to make out that all the presidents before have all done this, and he's, anointed by God. And what it really is behind the scenes is they're just saying that because they're enticing you all in, because obviously America's a big Christian place, and this is what they're going for anyway. Putin's even in it. They've even linked it with Putin and Christianity in Russia, because Christianity is the thing that they're going for, the faith. Now, Trump, it's like me. I'm not religious, but yeah, Britain is, we are a Christian country. I do believe in Christian values and traditions. Yeah, a lot of people around the world are Christian. So why are they killing Christians off and burning Bibles? It's like all that, like the true word, not the fake stuff that they mixed in the Bible, because they did do that. But then they go under the radar because they were talking about when he went to see the Pope, and he said something to the Pope as if he was being rude. Well, we all know what the Pope is, and we all know what the Vatican is. So there we go again with them trying to twist it, saying that he's the fake one for, like Jesus or whatever, or the Christian values and traditions, when we all know what the Pope is. He's someone pretending to be of God, for Jesus, whatever you want to say, when he's not. We know what you're doing. We know you wear the inverted cross. What's under the Vatican? We know you're not what you say you are. We've heard you say the Lord's Prayer, and you said in hell. So realize. This is what I've said before. People can act all nicey, but behind closed doors, a lot of people aren't. These people, what would they use that they could use to get in? Oh, look at this movement, way back when, because it's a cycle of this guy called Jesus. Whether people believe he was real or not, whatever. This movement coming in of goodness and helping people to see their true inner self and to help others, because that's what it's about, giving to others and love. Oh, we must kill him because, we must bring this person down because he can't spread the word of love. So what would you do? Well, you might as well play them at their own game. So you pretend, you fake, you pretend that you're for that side, but you're not. So it's not, they were saying mafia. They were calling them Christian mafias. No, let's get it right. No, Khazarian mafia. Khazarian mafia. Yeah. And they came in with the Nazis as well. So I'm just saying, I'm watching that. I don't know if I'm right, but I'm nearly at the end of it. I'm assuming I've got something right. I think my energy's telling me it's something on the lines of that. I said it right at the beginning without even watching it. I think this is what they're trying to pin on Trump. So everyone will think, oh, yeah, really? He's in the skull and bones because you're seeing this. No, he's not in the skull and bones. JFK Jr., good friends with JFK Jr., his dad. What was JFK bringing out? What was the speech JFK said? Let's see if I can go and find it on here. Jesuit is the war arm of, So, when people start researching, it's like, we can tell. I mean, we know what Netflix is anyway. Netflix is nefarious. Obama was helping fund that or whatever. Let me have a look. So JFK, what would it be? JFK speech? JFK Secret Society's speech? I don't know. Secret. Is it this one? Let's see if it's this one.
President Anderson, members of the faculty, Board of Trustees, distinguished guests.
Yeah, break the CIA into 1,000 pieces.
Senator Bob Byrd.
And the CIA are the ones who made up the word conspiracy to make people like us look mad. To the left, what is it? Ralph says.
Who has earned his degree through many years of attending Knight Law School, while I am earning mine in the next 30 minutes. Distinguished guests,
I don't know if it's this one. Hang on. Is it this one?
Vice President Johnson, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chief Justice, President Eisenhower, Vice President Nixon, President Truman, Reverend clergy, fellow citizens. We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning
Is it this one?
Signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you and Almighty God the same solemn oath. Our forebears.
It might be this one. Can't find it.
Mr. President, as one who has taken some interest in the election of presidents, I want to congratulate you on your election to this high office. Mr. Secretary General, delegates to the United Nations, ladies and gentlemen,
find it.
We meet again in the quest for peace. 24 months ago, when I last had the honor of addressing this body, the shadow of fear lay darkly across the world.
Could it be on here?
The freedom of West Berlin was in immediate peril. Agreement on a neutral Laos seemed remote. The mandate of the United Nations in the Congo.
Hang on, JFK speech that got him killed, maybe?
Today the clouds have lifted a little, so that new rays of hope can break through. The pressures on West Berlin appear to be temporarily eased. Political unity
Was it the final
Congo
address to the
has been
nation?
largely restored. A neutral coalition in Laos, while still in difficulty, is at least in being.
Is it this one?
Months ago, when I last had a weapon better than ballistic missiles or nuclear submarines, and the United Nations Charter will apply. Why, therefore, should man's first flight to the moon be a matter of national competition? Why should the scientists and doctors, the new nations, a global system of satellites that provide communication and weather information test for the future?
Right, I can't find it. I'm not looking for it. But basically, if you look into it, it does say blah, 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 secret societies. I'm going to smash the CIA into 1,000 pieces. Now, does anyone know who was part of the CIA that was in the Skull and Bones? Does anybody know? Even though, and CNN are part of that as well. Anybody know? Bush. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bush. Old Bush. Yeah. So when you start adding the dots together, it starts making sense, really. So that whole thing on Netflix is really about they're trying to make the secret societies, some of it look like what it's not. When they get initiated, they try to make it look dead soft. It isn't. But they're trying to spin it back round to say that Trump's part of the fake sort of Christian, fake sort of Jesus following, whatever they're trying to say, and you know that he's not really good, he's just fake, when we all know he's not, and we all know his mother read him the Bible, which to me is different if you're, especially if you've not got a bad minister or whatever, or priest reading it, taught him the right way, and that's all I'm saying. That's what I could see right there. Yeah, George Senior was in Dallas that day. He was, and there was a picture of him there. And my dad, Waxman, went to that spot where JFK was murdered and said, where they supposedly said he got shot, he said, there's no way, you know. So just saying. So the CIA were part of it. He worked for the CIA, and the CIA, they sort of made that word up. Yeah, they sort of made that word up. Conspiracy theories to make people who were talking about the truth to cover it up and make us all look mad, and that's still what's going on today. So, and CNN are part of that as well, and a lot of media shows that's why they don't put the truth out there. So just saying. So yes, the lone wolf up to, so yeah, the lone wolf. So there's many obviously different stories going on and Mandela effects and this, that, and the other, but I'm just saying, you know, if there is two sides, say duality or the Luma donkey or whatever, well, it's two sides with two meanings, black and white, good and, you know, good and bad. So I'm just saying there's a lot when you look into that the family series on Netflix. You can tell right from the beginning they're ending it on Trump, obviously, because that's what they're going for all the time. They're just boring with it, but they can't stop what's coming, so that doesn't really bother me. But you can just actually laugh at it. And like I said, they tried to make out in there that Pence is good. Like Pence should have been the true person that was in. Pence ain't good. So they're trying to say, you know, Trump isn't really, but Pence is. No, no, no. Pence is part of the that side. Pence is not good. Where is Pence anyway? So yeah. Oswald, Lee Harvey Oswald was a pace. Pat's, yeah. Viva la Trump, exactly. So I don't know. I think there was something else I want to say. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. There's probably loads I've missed out because I'm tired. But I'm talking about the live meetup in Stockport. If you check it out on Roxanne the Globalist and Aya's channel and Rich on 007, the information's there. It starts at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. It's just a meet up for like-minded people. That doesn't actually matter if you're onto flat earth or you're a globie. That doesn't matter. It's just the whole point of you're awake to the lies. Yeah. So it's not about flat earthers having arguments with globalists. We're just coming to the point where we're uniting because that's what we need to do. You know, people with religion need to unite. People, the gender thing, need to unite, and race need to unite because people are constantly arguing about, you know, race is getting with this race, and you know, there's only one certain race that we're enslaved. No, we've all been enslaved since time dot. We're all enslaved. It doesn't matter what colour skin you've got. So it's just really about coming together, talking about a few things. Maybe we'll be asking each other, you know, when did you wake up? What did you wake up to? Or what stage are you sort of at with stuff? You know, it's just to get together, maybe get something to eat, have a drink, and just chill out with each other, of like-minded people that can unite and just agree on something that we actually are all being lied to, no matter what you believe in and no matter what level you're at, as in how much you are awoken to, whether you believe me or a bit of what I'm saying or not what I'm saying. Just the whole point is that we are being lied to, and you can see that people are coming together and uniting all over. And the more we do this and more other people do this sort of stuff, it's showing people that people are real. And we don't have to go out fighting and shouting in the streets, and you know, that some are doing. We just need to come together in a bit of a caring way and showing people that we do care and that you all have a place where you can come and chat and come to meetups if you can ever get to them. If not, you're in on chat because there's so many brilliant people in on this live chat. And like we said before, we are the ones, thank you, we are the ones that are going to be helping you as well, helping those that are going to come over when they abruptly get a bit woken up out of the bubble, to help them and show them that they're not on their own. There was people that went through all this and they'll get through it too, just like you're getting through the energies and frequencies and shadow selves and everything that's going on at the minute. 17 thumbs up. That you're not alone, basically. That's what me and Roxanne and Double O want to share. It's not about hate, it's about coming together. And even if you want to say the flat earthers and the globalists coming together, the globe heads, and just saying, look, we know we've been lied to about, maybe we can't agree on everything, you know, time will tell, but we can agree that we have been lied to about certain things. But like I said, some people are at different levels of knowing or awakening to stuff that's, you know, going on. So yeah, it's just about that, really. Yeah, unite, embrace the difference. Exactly, and that's what they don't want us to do. So we need to do more of it. Everybody does. You know, even if it's people meeting up in their area that they realise they live near each other and they're meeting for a coffee and a chat, and it's just like, you know, a discussion, because the more that goes on, the better. Banners, speeches, etc. Yeah, maybe that'll happen with us. This is just a nice little cozy meetup. It's nothing like anyone has to be on camera, nothing like that. We're not really filming. We'll film bits for the people who are not going, and the Americans and people all over the world that, you know, people that come in from different places to show me and Roxanne meeting up and stuff like that. But you don't have to be. It's just a natural get together, like meeting some friends, having a chat, and you know, maybe a couple of drinks and something to eat, and just enjoying the evening. And then maybe it'll move on from there for different things, maybe family things, maybe things with kids. You know, there's a lot of woken kids out there who realise there's bull crap going on, and just a fun event. So it's a nice energy. It's not all this, oh, let's go and fight in the streets and scream and shout, because that's an energy and a frequency. Well, it's riling people up. Can we do it in a more sort of civil way? Yeah. So yeah, I was inviting people to our free speech daily protest in Dublin. But you know, there's certain ways of doing it, because some people go off doing it, and I don't think that's really getting people anywhere, which is funny enough what Red Pill Phil's been saying. And I hope to get in contact with Red Pill Phil this week, and it'd be great if he could come. I don't know if he's listening, watching, but he doesn't live far from me. It'd be great because he's awake to certain stuff and does talk about the, you know, he doesn't have to talk about certain stuff, but people go mad when you're not talking about Tommy Robinson or something like that. It's not just about that, and you can do it in different ways. You don't have to be shouting and screaming in the streets. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you, Rachel, as well. Looking forward to meeting Tapper and Dave, whoever's coming. Like I said, I don't know who's coming. It could be a surprise. It could be 5 people. It could be a handful of people. But that's, you know, you start off small and then you grow, don't you? So, you know, we didn't leave it that long for people, probably enough time for people to sort it out properly, but we just knew we needed to do it because Roxanne's off doing other things with the Globe Live tour, is it? So yeah, but we just thought we needed a quick meet up, and then hopefully we'll do it again, and we'll keep doing it with new things. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that. His last video mentions the Pleiadians. Have you seen it? Love the Red Pill Phil. Yeah, I saw the one where he's saying, what does it need an alien invasion to make us all unite? Because that's what they've said. And he said something about the Pleiadians, and I had to laugh, and everyone's like, I was in there, they were all like, they're already here. He's like, what would it end? Loads of people going, they're already here, Phil, they're already here. You know, if you believe in all that stuff, even if it's a frequency and energy or whatever. We all saw the orbs the other day. So when people don't believe in stuff, it's like, well, you know, can you open your mind to expand that we've not been told everything and we've been lied to? So if we've been lied to, there's many other things behind the veil that we've been lied to. Just saying. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to watch the end of this, The Family on Netflix. You know, they're trying to twist it. I see what they're doing, and I'll get to the end and I'll be like, I'm thinking that's how it's going, of what I thought it was about. Yeah. So, well, Stockport's just outside Manchester, but it's not far. So whoever's coming, I'm hoping to see you all. You'll have to tell me your YouTube names, because I'll be like, I don't know who anyone is, apart from the people that I see faces and other people. So, yeah, the wolf. So it's a bit like, yeah, Trump, people think you're the wolf in sheep's clothing, but not for us. For them. The end of the world. For them as they know it. Things have to come to an end. The old guard has to come to an end. That's what's happening. But they put it out in films as it's coming. You know, it's fear-mongering. The old guard has to be taken down, and that's what's going on. You go from the bottom to the top. You do not go from the top to the bottom because of all the minions. The minions have to be taken out, and that's what's happening. So, yeah. Yeah, watch The Family. You'll be like, it's interesting. I quite enjoyed it because you can see Phil's bullcrap. So, yeah. Yes, good night to you all. Oh, I just want to say, this hair, my mum came round just before we were going. She was like, have you got extensions in? I was like, no, mum. And she went, I mean, obviously she knows I've got curly hair because it was my mum. But I was like, no, I just washed it and left it this morning. It's just gone like this. And she went, oh, you know what mum's like? You lost some weight as well? I went, I don't know. Because my mum just thinks I'm obese or something because she's so small. She just makes me laugh. But I noticed the difference in my mum. She thinks a lot, which is her problem. That's why I say you've got anxiety. But I said, she didn't stay for long either. She weren't going on about cleaning as much. So I thought, bit of a change going on here. But I just want to say, if there's anyone out there with curly hair, men and women, and this is my hair left naturally, left with a little bit of conditioner in the shower, so it scrunches up in the shower. But if you ever, I just want to show you a hack. If you ever get a frizzy bit like this, all you do is, let me see, like this. All you do is get your frizzy pieces. If you've got a few frizzy pieces compared to everywhere else, all you do is, I've got something else to show you as well, is get a spray bottle. This was an old whatever it was. Put water in a little bit of conditioner, mix it up, spritz a little bit on like this, and then, not so it's sopping wet through, just so it's a little bit wet, and then, see these little clips, don't know what they're called, little pin curl clips, you wrap it around your finger and pull it off your finger. My mother always thinks about whatever do I do. Oh God, mothers, you know, sometimes great, but yeah, too much thinking going on. She says. So you wrap it around your finger and then you just clip it. And I can't see what I'm doing properly, so if this works. And then you just leave it for a little bit, so it'll be dangling like that. So while it's just dangling, I was going to do some of my art tonight in this, but I'm not. I'm too tired, but I will come with it again because I think even in sticking pictures down that are good is going out there. So the last one I did was that one. And I was going to do something in this one because this is an old book that you just, you know, paint over the pages. And you just do your own thing in it. But I think the last one I got up to was, that was the one I did with, that's my drawing. These are out of a magazine. That's why I say, if you've got nice magazines like I like Breathe and all the spiritual ones, you get really lovely pictures in it. And it's that thing of, I always say, if you have an art journal, if you read magazines and you use the pictures, I don't get the magazines of all celebrities. I don't do all that. It's, you know, I like to get the spiritual ones and use the pictures because they're pretty. If you're feeling a bit down, you look at what you've stuck in, it makes you feel happy. It's another frequency. It's like your little book of happiness. So you'll be able to see them, Rachel. And then that was my last one. It wasn't very good. I couldn't write on it because it was a bit waxy, so it went a bit to pot. The writing did anyway. But when I get my some printer ink, I'll be printing off the pictures again to make my books with, to sell. And I think that was the last one I did. Yeah, that was the last one I did in there. And also at the minute, I'm going to be putting some, I can't show you this because the material is going to fall off. This is mine anyway, but I'm going to be doing some, when I get them together, which won't be yet, some little, this is a pink one, but these little canvas bags, little ones that push out at the bottom. You know, I'm going to be doing designs on them. I'm just working a design out. They're going to be like little, you know, your butty box bags for work, your little sandwich bags for work to put your little dinner in, like dinner bags to carry your little lunch box in. So I'm going to be doing some of them as well. So I'm going to go because I'm quite tired. So like I said, me and Roxanne will be on in the week talking more about promoting the Really Woke Show live meetup. And if you do go over to see it on Roxanne the Globalist Deniers channel, or it might be on the Really Woke Show, if you come in, please put your name in and just say come in, because then we can sort of get a, you know, a feel for who's coming and stuff, just so we know. Yeah, orbs are spirits for sure, 100%. Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to be putting some of them together, but when I get around to it with everything else that I'm trying to do, you know, it's just when my ideas pop up out of my head. So, oh, notifications. Yeah, someone said they've been getting notifications back. Maybe we're getting them back. So, oh yeah, so this may not have left it long enough. I'd say 5 minutes when it dries. Ends up going like, don't know if you can see it. Not frizzy, but it'd be better than that. It's still a bit wet because obviously I'm going. So that's just a little hack. When you get little frizzy bits, you just take the, like that piece there, you just take it out, wrap it around your finger, stick that in, leave it for 5 minutes, and it won't be frizzy anymore. So just saying, if you've got curly hair. So have you talked about the Druids, Dolly? I don't know. Do you mean like Vikings and all that? Druids. Well, my second name's Irish, so hey. Oh yeah, I love the Druids and all that sort of stuff. So I am actually watching on Netflix. I know it's Netflix, but you know, I have to have a bit of things that I like because I don't watch TV. I've been watching The Last Kingdom. Oh. And also just putting in there about the thing on Netflix called The Family. They call it The Fellowship. What do you mean, like Lord of the Rings? The Fellowship of the Rings? The ones who try to control the world? Yeah. Okay, so it's all there, plain as day. You know, so we're in touch with beings off planet. Yeah, I think we are. You know, some people laugh, but it's other people's. That's what I said the other day. People have experiences things. Other people laugh if they've not had that experience, or are jealous because they've not had that experience. It's like, well, the more you get on high frequency and tune into different frequencies, maybe you'll come across something. So I never get notified well most of the time. I got to check now and then when Dolly's on. Yeah, I know it's YouTube, and it's YouTube with everyone, and it's not just me. So yeah. Well, just remember a lot of stuff that goes on over there is crisis actors as well. I'm not saying everybody, but we know it goes on. Do you know what I'm saying? So notice if you swear in this chat, YouTube will restrict this video and the mods will hide you and your comments. Please be respectful. Thank you. Where we go, one we go all. Thank you, Tapper. So yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading. Yeah, you can send me an order. Sometimes it'll take me a bit, depending on what it is, but you know, they get there in the end. Rachel Pixie's just put my email in if anyone wants to make donations or put in for an order for any bags or anything. But know that if you do, it's going to take me a bit if people have orders and the handmade and all that, you know, funky stuff. So yeah, so I shall see you in the week. Have a good Sunday evening, morning, wherever it is, whatever you're doing. And yeah, they're all actors playing the role given by the deep state. Exactly. I'm not saying some people don't get hurt if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, but exactly, Dave. We all, you know, most of us know that check out and research the queue. We you know, we know this happens. So yeah, so I will catch you soon. And I'm going and I can get see you soon, and see you lot who are coming very, very, very soon. So bye. Yeah, I'll speak to you later. So bye.